it's Dragon Feather and welcome back to the channel. Here for 31 Days of Samhain. I am here to share with you a shadowy tale of me and my shadow self. So if you're interested in learning a little bit more about my story, then you can click the link down below. That'll take you to the Hatchling clan with everything you need to know about my story time. You can click the link down below to join us over there and let us know that you came for 31 Days of Samhain when it asks you why you're joining us. And that's just to make sure you're not a troll, so don't get discouraged by the community being closed now. But this video here I wanted to share with you guys. So dealing with our shadows isn't necessarily as scary as it may seem, and I really wish that more creators made videos like this so I wasn't as nervous to share my story. But before we get into the video, I was sent a very special package that encouraged me to make this video today, and it was sent to me by a charity called Fuck Cancer, and I wanted to share with you guys today how I've battled my own shadow self in the face of family members and loved ones having cancer. And that is kind of today's topic. And before we get into it, I just kind of want to show you all the wonderful goodies that they sent me. So we'll pop into some close-ups and some extra information in a second. But it was really this note that they sent me here prompted me to make this video. So it says, Missouri, sending all of our love to you and your dad. Adil shared his story with us, and we wanted to send you both some goodies so you can show the world how you really feel about cancer. Hugs and high fives, the Fuck Cancer team. So for those of you guys who may not follow me super closely, I actually have lost quite a few family members to cancer last year, and my dad also has cancer. He is doing better now. He's no longer doing chemo anymore, but for a while there it was really scary, and just all of the emotions that comes with finding out either that you have cancer or a loved one you have cancer is the story I wanted to share with you guys today. So before we get into the story, let's go take some close-up look and learn a little bit more about Fuck Cancer before we jump into this. So thank you guys so much for sending me this package. It was an absolute wonderful thing for you to do. You did not have to, and I can't wait to share all the goodies with my friends and family to show our support for how much we say fuck cancer, my guy. So thank you so much, and let's go check out these items a little bit up close. So here are the goodies that they sent me from Fuck Cancer. We got 2 t-shirts that say Fuck Cancer. We got 5 bracelets here that also say Fuck Cancer. We have the little note that they sent me encouraging me to share this video with you. And we got 2 awesome hats. One is just the ribbon design, and the other one is their Fuck Cancer logo. And I just kind of wanted to share a little bit about Fuck Cancer with you guys because I absolutely am so personally connected to this organization. It was founded in 2009 by Yale Cohen Braun, founded Fuck Cancer after her mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. Her mission was to change the way people talk about cancer and to educate the community on early detection and prevention, while providing real tangible supports for the cancer community hearts, minds, and souls. The reason why I love Fuck Cancer is because they do things a little differently, and they really prioritize emotional support for the community of not only cancer survivors, but those who have suffered losses at the hands of cancer. Cancer sucks, and we're here to help. So Fuck Cancer is a 501c3 nonprofit in the United States and a registered Canadian charity dedicated to prevention, early detection, and providing emotional support and guidance to those affected by cancer. We run digital and on-the-ground programs and events that seek to change the way people think and talk about cancer, ultimately improving health outcomes, And their vision is Fuck Cancer believes that people diagnosed with cancer, their families, and support networks should have equitable access to early detection, prevention, and psychosocial support. So they are absolutely incredible. Please do click the link down below so you can go find them, learn more, get all the education you need about cancer. They also have emotional support resources for you if you are struggling with cancer or a loved one is struggling with cancer. And of course, please do consider donating and helping the organization fight cancer
with those who have it. So if you cannot donate, please do share the organization with those you know and in your friends and family. Maybe like give a little story, shout out on your Instagram or something like that, as it would be really appreciated. But yeah, thank you so much, Fuck Cancer, for these awesome goodies, and I couldn't be more grateful for all of your help in the fight against cancer.
So a special thank you to Fuck Cancer for sending over that little care package and encouraging me to finally open up and share my story with you guys about my shadow, my struggles with cancer. And without further ado, let me just tell you. So I personally have a huge family, and a lot of that family is getting older now, and as we age, we just kind of deteriorate. Sorry, but it happens. And many of my family members got cancer because of this. Some of them are still fighting it, some of them are no longer with us, and I just kind of wanted to talk about that because the first one that I lost was in April of last year, and we lost him on April Fool's Day, which felt weird. It was like such a sick joke, but at the same time, the family member we lost was so funny and so like jokey like that. It almost seemed like even in death he was like laughing at us. But that loss was the one that like started the spiral of the struggle, because if you've known somebody who's fought cancer or who has had it and have recovered, if you know a survivor, or if you've lost someone to it and you were there while they were fighting that battle, you know how ugly it can get. You know how helpless you feel. That is probably the hardest thing that I've had to deal with this year, is the shadow of feeling helpless, because I can't go into your body and take your cancer away, you know? And that's hard, because when I was growing up, I played this game called 3D Body Adventure, and there was like this mini game where you had to go inside the patient and, you know, kill all the cancer cells, and I can't do that as an adult, which brought this whole shadow of hopelessness and helplessness. And how can you be there for somebody who's fighting for their life when you can't do anything to help them physically, or like when you can't do anything to like negate what's happening, you know what I mean? As that started to build and build, you know, more of my relatives got cancer, different kinds, but cancer nonetheless. And as time progressed, you know, it was just like, when someone gets to a certain state, you know, like you don't want to see them like that. You don't want them to exist like that, because it's not living. It's not living. It's torture. And watching somebody, you know, fall from the bright, brilliant smile they used to have into a hollow shell of themselves is, especially when you love somebody, that is the darkest shadow that I've had to deal with the past year or so. Because when you start losing like your family, you know, like especially when you have a big family and you just get to that age where like a lot of them just start kind of like passing away, because that's life, it can really change a person, and it can really change how you interact, you know, like, and depending on how young or old you are, it can really mess with your mental development. And I mean, I'm very, very fortunate enough to have not had very many losses early on in life. I know that some people are not so fortunate, but the whole point of this video is that a loss is a loss, and watching somebody fight cancer is fucked up. Fuck cancer. Fuck that shit. I'm so over losing family to cancer. Okay. I mean, I don't really know why I didn't think I would cry in this video, because it's a really hard video. but I'm not gonna like bawl my eyes out. I might just be a little teary-eyed, but you know, this is how I really feel about cancer. And I've been way too shy to come on and talk about it because like it hasn't been me who's had the cancer, you know, like it's been family who I've been respectful of their privacy and not wanting to like put it on blast or not wanting to like bring unwanted attention, because you know, when somebody's going through that, like you never really know what's best for them. So it's just good to like be like aware of like how you can affect them when you share that. Like if they don't want that to be shared, like you don't have the right, and that's just how I personally feel. And I've just gotten to a point now where things are like, my dad was the one who really messed me up real bad. I'm so grateful that he's still here, but other family members that are like my age weren't so lucky with their parents, and they no longer have parents or some of their parents, and it's been really hard on the whole family, especially with all of the COVID stuff now, you know, like there's some family I don't know if I'll ever see again, and I couldn't even begin to explain how that feels. You just don't know unless you're living it, and I don't wish it upon anyone. Fuck that, no one deserves it. But the way that I really overcame this shadow, you know, this hopeless and helpless feeling when it comes to cancer, and you know, like even my cat has cancer, so it's like everyone has cancer, it seems like, which is just really stressful for me because I'm like making sure I'm taking care of everybody and making sure everybody's okay, checking in on them and doing as much as I can, you know, like kind of like what I learned watching, you know, my loved ones suffer from cancer is, one, just how precious life is, which I know that seems very cliche because, you know, you always kind of like have those realizations when this kind of thing happens, but what I realized is that when you feel hopeless and helpless when someone you love is suffering, like it's so important for you as an individual to take time to feel like the emotions, you know, of losing somebody, or like if you see somebody who like you remembered in full health and now they're just not that way, it can be really devastating and really traumatizing, especially if you're like younger or if it's your first time experiencing like death in a way. But the thing that I learned the most that helps when faced with these really dark and tough situations is that your smile and your laughter and your love to the people who are struggling or going through, like who are fighting cancer or who are having these battles or similar ones, that is what matters. And so many times I've had to go into the room or lock myself in the bathroom and bawl my eyes out, put some makeup on, cover up, and then come out with a smile on my face for no one but them. No one else but them. And when I go home, I let it out. And sometimes, you know, I'm too tired. Like I can't, it's exhausting, you know, like fighting cancer, that battle is exhausting. And, you know, I can't even imagine what it's like for the people who fight that battle. But even the family members, you know, sometimes they're put to their wits' end, and that can really stir up some ugly darkness in people. And especially when people pass away, you know, sometimes it really shows the ugly side of a family, and that is some shit that I saw that I did not need to see. I'm glad I did. I'm glad, you know, some people showed their true colors after we lost somebody, but it's disgusting that that would even happen. And at the end of the day, like, all I can say is that my shadow of losing people, the shadow that was created by the loss of my loved ones, was one of the ugliest that I've ever had, and one that, you know, it hits different, especially in 2020, but it just has like this particular energy that brings down my self-confidence, my happiness, my hope for the future, and aggravates my depression and anxiety in such a way like nothing else, like no other shadow I've had does. And that's just because like how much I wish I could help and heal and save people, but like I can't, because like I can only save myself. Like I can only do that for myself, and that's why I have to make sure that I take care of myself as best as I can, that I listen to my shadows, that I hold space for my shadows, so when my family members do suffer or when they do need me, I'm there for them. That's my story for sharing my shadow with you for 31 days of Samhain, and that's how I really feel about Cancer. So thank you so much to Fuck Cancer for sending me a package after working with my boyfriend. So if you have not like subscribed to Adilsi yet, or if you have not listened to his music yet, please do so. All of his links are down in the description. Because yeah, thank you so much, Fuck Cancer, for sending me a package and sending my boyfriend Adilsi a package, for working with us and encouraging us to share our story. And thank you for thinking of me, because I have just been in this place where I feel like I haven't been able to talk about or open up about how much Cancer has fucked my life up and just like fucked the hearts of the ones that I love. So thank you for the opportunity, and I didn't realize I would be so emotional in this video. Woohoo! So yes, that's all I can share with you guys for today. Please do consider donating to Fuck Cancer to help with cancer research and helping people who have cancer, because they helped my dad when he was struggling through it. And you know, sometimes those bills for cancer are unbelievable. You know, some of these shots are $22,000, and it's just like, to an average American, you know, what? Hello, I can't afford that. So do consider donating and helping, and if you have your own story with cancer, please do consider sharing in the comment section below, so maybe you guys can realize that we're not as alone as we might feel, because you know, people who are loved ones of those who have cancer, who are doing everything they can to be there for them, it's hard for you too, and you deserve the support that you need. And sometimes you can't get that support from your family when they're the ones who are suffering, so let's be there for each other and show you that it's okay to struggle with things like cancer. So with that being said, please, please, please consider donating to Fuck Cancer, and thank you again so much for sending me this package. I had a really hard time sharing my story, but I feel so much better now that it got off my chest, and I really hope that my story can help one of you guys out there feel a little less alone and feel like you have some support. And yeah, so with that being said, I'm going to get on out of here, and I will catch you soon. But don't forget to check out the blog post to learn more about my story in the Hatchling clan, or if you want to continue the 31 days of Samhain awesomeness, you can click the link below to join the Hatchling clan and join our chat room to enjoy the festivities with all of us together. So with that being said, I love you so much. Thank you so much for clicking on this video and spending some of your day with me today, because it means the world to me. And until next time, stay cute, cheeky, and freaky little hatchlings! But until next time, fuck Cancer! Blessed be and bye, my loves.